What's up, everyone? Tiger and Nick here. Thank you all for coming. Mike, what's up, everyone? Tiger and Nick here. Oh my goodness, I got an echo. Thank you all for coming. Let me fix this. Mike, what's up, everyone? Tiger and Nick here. Oh my goodness, I got an echo. Thank you all for coming. Let me fix this. Mike, what's up, everyone? Tiger and Nick here. Oh my goodness, how do I do this? Thank you all for coming. Let me fix this. Mike, what's up, everyone? Tiger.
Hi, it's not me. Is that has the echo? Hi, Stacking Surfer, and hi, SF Stacker, Amy Harrell, good to see you, and Craig, and Michael, and Ellie. I think you guys can hear me, correct?
I hear you, but you echo, but not as bad as I have been.
Okay. Do I have an echo? Put a 1 in the chat.
I hear you, but you
Aspiring Alchemist, it's so good to see you. Nick is good. Tiger is broke. He'll be back with us momentarily. It's good to see you, Aspiring Alchemist. I haven't seen you a lot lately. Gosh, I don't have anything to show either.
How about now? Is that working?
I don't hear an echo anymore.
I hear you on a delay. I hear me on a delay.
How do we hear on a delay?
Okay.
Hi, E1337. I am getting buffering on my end. I'm mentally corrupted.
Let me try something. I'll be right back.
It's good time to start, Stacking Surfer said. Tiger out. Tiger's out. This is a little bit awkward. Little awkward. Just kidding. And my flip coin is upstairs, or I would show you guys the flip coin. Great minds think alike, Stacking Surfer. Time to sing. You really don't want to hear me sing because I can't even sing karaoke. I wonder if Tiger's going to come back. This is his stream. And this is his link. So Anybody purchase anything interesting lately? I haven't. I really haven't. I have picked up a couple things for the giveaways for tomorrow, and I showed this the other night, but I didn't realize how pretty this walker was, and I don't normally like toning, and we're going to be talking about toning this evening if Tiger comes back. Oh, here he is, but I'll show you this anyways, because this walker is gorgeous.
That is pretty. Can you guys hear me now?
We can hear you now. Can you hear
it's
me
really
now?
cool you stayed on.
Can you hear me now? I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. But that walker is gorgeous. And I don't normally like toning, but how it's going around like that. So this is going to be one of the giveaways for tomorrow night.
Oh, what's going on tomorrow night?
My birthday and 1K party.
Awesome. What time?
9 p.m. Eastern. And that's one of the giveaways for tomorrow.
9 p.m. Eastern?
Yes. Hi, Pete Clark. So, Tiger, I don't know if you heard or not, but I said, I normally don't like toning, and I really don't. And we're going to free those coins. That's right, Stacking Surfer. We are. Wait, let me see. Yep. We're going to free this set right here, and this will be a giveaway as well.
That's amazing.
And this is, I don't remember what.
I noticed you had a bunch of fellas on a short crack them all at one time. That was a scream.
Yes, I need to put that back up. I knew. Thank you.
So you took it down?
I did by mistake. I deleted it by mistake. So this is a 2008 set right here, but the Kennedy's 90% silver, and so is the dime.
Awesome.
So that will be one tomorrow. But I was talking to them about toning. Did you hear that part?
Well, you have a circle tone?
Yes, I don't normally like toning. There's a Morgan in there. That's going to be a nice giveaway right there. I was almost thinking about keeping it for myself just because of the walker. But
I can't believe that you're giving up a walker.
I'm also going to give up one of Nick's walkers out of Nick's coins, her collection. So you'll have one of Nick's coins. Hi, Slowthorpe. So I said we're going to talk about toning tonight and on coins. And see, you can hear this is a rattler. Can you hear that?
That's pretty.
No. No, it's not pretty because that's what will cause toning. It's the air getting to it.
Well, it's not exactly the air.
Okay, well then you can explain that part, but in layman's terms, air.
Oh, you're adorable, girl. Smart, but adorable. How many of you have
watched? Is it really inspiring? I'm sorry.
No, ladies first. I didn't realize you were going.
No, I did. I was looking at some comments, and she said her pocket piece, a walker, is toning with beautiful blues and purples. And I've just seen a lot of yucky. Hi, Steph. You're so sweet, Ellie. Brown sugar, my friend. Let me see. I was just going to tell her how smart I think she is because she carries a pocket piece and it's a walker, waka.
That's good. Before I go on, I'm so sorry, everyone, that my computer was acting up. I think Yankee got his hands on it again.
Oh, geez.
Well, hello, Ellie, Steph, Michael.
Well, I just have to, since you brought Yankee up, I do have to talk about Yankee for a second because his stream was great last night. And his stream was great last night because Tim was there. And I'm not ignoring the comments either. We saw something, the chemical makeup of the plastic composition surrounding the coins. And Steph, I'm going to get into that point as well. But I have to tell you, I really liked Yankee's stream last night, and it was an amazing stream. It was a great stream. I mean, awesome stream. And because Tim is amazing.
He is.
He's wicked smart. Wicked smart. And I could have listened to him, and I think we could have taken that stream. Tim and I could have done a podcast, and we could have taken that stream in a whole new direction. I think I need to go down to New Hampshire and ask him if he wants to join sides with Nick's Coins and leave the rigged nation.
Hey, I thought you joined Rig Nation.
Well, I'm on the fence.
You're a fence
There's nothing
sitter.
worse than somebody being on the fence than somebody being on the fence.
You're a fence sitter.
I kind of am, because
that's a painful place to sit.
Right. But I have to say it's because Yankee brought up the Patriots with Tim, and then it was all downhill from there, because then it set me off and I'm like, woo! So I'm Team Yankee again for a minute. And who knows how long that'll last. That Tiger.
Oh my God.
But I do think it's rigged. I won twice. How could it be rigged? Stacking Surfer won twice. Imagine that.
And one night.
Mark, I need more gold. Any spare pieces laying around? The only spare gold I see is my hair. That's the only gold I got laying around.
I understand that.
BTO, did we say hi, Chris? So maybe I should. So what do you think about me going down to New Hampshire and asking Tim if he wants to join forces with me?
You might have a hard time because he was in sniping position with Surfer. Surfer tried to get there early, and Yankee was there well in advance and set up.
Yes. Well, I mean, Surfer isn't as pretty as I am.
Girl, very few people are as pretty as you are.
Oh, well, thank you. But I'm just teasing because I don't really think that way of myself. I'm just saying that because Surfer's in the chat.
Yeah, well.
I mean, and they did say all you have to do is ask, and that's true, because my mother always told me, what is the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is somebody say no to me. That's the worst. So if that's the worst, I might as well ask.
Yeah, I understand.
Because I'm very persistent, and I can be very persuasive.
I haven't noticed.
A little bit. No, I'm just teasing. But me and Tim can take the show on the road, and we can call it Nick's Patriots or Nick's Flip Coin, or no, Nick's Coin Toss Coin. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But what you think? Hi, Rick.
I think Surfer and I will be lonely. Then he's got to tolerate me.
Yeah, in the Tiger hand. Tim and I both might leave Yankee rigged nation or whatever that is, and go Patriot Nation, because they're not rigged anymore, obviously.
I understand. Well, you know why they're not winning, don't you?
No, why?
You stole their coin.
No, because they have one. If that was the case, I'll tell you what, I would be driving down to Foxborough, like speeding down to Foxborough, and saying, here's your coin back. I cannot take this from you. If I could have them have two more W's at least, I mean, I would have taken that down personally. Maybe it's because they don't let me flip the coin on the field.
Honey, if you got on the field, they wouldn't let you get back off the field.
No, that's right, because they would arrest me. Don't think I haven't thought about that a time or two, especially when the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I've even teased on my channel, stating the fact that I've never been arrested. But if I do get arrested, it's because I'll be trying to charge the field in Gillette Stadium.
Yeah.
Hi, Herman.
You can only get arrested if people don't like what you're doing.
Well, I've seen a lot of ladies.
I almost got an eye roll from you on that one.
Well, I have seen a lot of ladies that have tried to get on the field as well. And yeah, they were arrested, and they're doing something that I wouldn't do. So.
Well, they must not roll the eyes like you roll the eyes.
You think that would get me down on the field?
Girl,
I mean, I don't want
that
to. I don't
face
want.
you make
It's
when
not
you
like,
roll your eyes, I would let you do anything.
because I'll tell you what, it's not like I want to camp down there. I just want to go down there for a minute.
Well,
Like do a lap or two.
Well, there's something to be said about a smart lady, a pretty lady, and a funny lady.
Do you know one?
Yeah, I'm talking to her. Especially when you,
Well, thank you.
especially when you roll the eyes.
I know, but that's really, yeah. That's really going to take me a minute to get there, because those just don't come for free. Those just come naturally.
Well, but the thing is I could have a really bad day. And one of the many things I'll do is I'll pull up your shorts where you roll the eyes, and I'll sit there and laugh and never stop laughing. And by the time I'm ready to turn it off, I'm happy again.
I think tomorrow night you'll see a couple eye rolls, because we have Gypsy Wolf's going to be joining us as well. And if anybody provokes the eye roll, it's him. And you would understand if you saw.
If I'm free, I'll come on down.
Well, I hope you do. I can't believe you didn't know it was going to happen tomorrow night. 1K party, and it's my birthday.
I just saw it briefly.
It's my birthday.
I just saw it briefly. I was working and I had to stay focused on what I was doing. And as much as you're adorable, I love my career a little bit more.
Yeah, well, when you have, when life and death is in your hands, I get it. But that's the only way. Hi, Serpent Silver.
Hi, Serpent Silver, and Amy, and Craig, and Christopher. And let's see, did I see Brown Sugar in there?
Yes, Brown Sugar.
Hi, Brown Sugar. Hi, Ellie.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you.
And no, Ellie, I'm not upset with you. I had a lot of stuff going on between work.
Hi, Mark B. Thank you.
Computer stuff and being overwhelmed with other things. I sent you a message to that effect.
And Mark B, I have started an email and I got sidetracked. Somebody bothered me. And so I didn't get to finish, but I'm going to finish that when we are through here. Thank you. April. Thank you, Christopher. And hi, Miss Coin Crew.
Okay, everybody put it into the chat. Happy birthday, Princess Nick.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so enough about me. So tell me, so what are we going to talk about tonight?
We're going to talk about where we put our coins.
Where we put them?
Sorry?
Yes, where we put them and how we store them to keep them nice. Not literally how we store them as far as keeping them, in a safe or whatever, but how we keep them nice and shiny.
Which brings me back to your air comment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Nick had
mentioned. Thank you, everybody.
Nick had mentioned earlier that silver will tone because of the air, and that's only partially true.
It's the stuff that's in the air. I know that, but layman's terms.
Well, you got to keep in mind what's in the air that does it. Okay. If anyone has seen my video called God's Money, in the crust of the earth, silver is frequently found next to, adjacent from, and I wonder if it comes from sulfur. There's a strong affinity for sulfur and silver. And thank you, AA and Mr. Brian.
And Check Stacker, good to see you.
Hi, Check. How's my kitty brother from another mother? So, basically, during the Industrial Revolution, they were using a lot of sulfur, and it got into the air and is still somewhat in the air. And if the silver is exposed to the air in sufficient enough quantity, the sulfur in the air will start attaching to the silver, and causing the toning. So that's how that happens. So sorry, scientist in me. But no, Nick has some great suggestions for those of you who want to keep your coins free of toning.
I'm sure you have some of these, don't you, Tiger?
I do. They're mostly in the little metal capsule things, or metal. But I'm going to stop using those because I keep knocking them over and they spill all over the floor.
They're not in like little, they don't have covers on it?
Yeah, but I'm clumsy as can be.
Oh.
So when it hits the floor, the top comes off and they spill everywhere. So I'm going to get more of those little baggies.
So I have a science question for you. What sets Tiffany's jewelry, Tiffany's silver, apart from, we'll just say, another jewelry store's silver?
Price.
Other than the Tiffany's blue box and the white bow and the Tiffany's name, what sets it apart? Are you looking it up, Tiger?
Of course.
Oh my gosh! It's
I don't
trivia question.
But my only idea about jewelry is give it to the woman.
Well, Tiffany's does something special. Free cleaning, yes, they do take care of their jewelry. Even if you buy it secondhand, they will continue to take care of their customers in the jewelry. The name and the price, nope. Tarnished, nope.
Only thing I can find is they're using sterling.
Yeah, they do use sterling, but they also coat it with something.
Okay.
Rhodium.
You're kidding me.
Mm-mm.
That's an expensive thing to get your hands on.
Maybe that's why their jewelry is so expensive. So it also protects it as well. It's a coating. Yep. There you go, Craig. Craig got it. Are you sitting there reading the information, Tiger? And it is very expensive, Christopher. Yes. Because if I'm at an auction, hi, bike contest, because if I'm at an auction and I'm able to get a piece of Tiffany's jewelry, when the plating wears off, it will eat your skin. I can honestly tell you, Miss Coin Crew, I've never seen a piece of Tiffany's jewelry eat somebody's skin. Oh, Tiger out. Unless you can afford it. No, but I will see a lot of Tiffany's jewelry come up for auction, and I will purchase it as long as I can get it for a good price, and then I resell it. Yes. And they only, and you don't have to put any chemicals. They don't put any chemicals on it or anything, but they just use that cloth to clean it up as well from the Tiffany's. I wonder if Tiger's coming back. I have a Tiffany's bracelet and it has not tarnished. Right. It won't tarnish. It's rare to see a piece of Tiffany's jewelry tarnish. They also make the Super Bowl trophies, and I think they make the Stanley Cup as well. They also make those. And sterling doesn't help. It helps. Or palladium over 929. But Tiffany's will coat with rhodium mostly. Yep. It's always yes, and I believe that's why, it's because of the rhodium, but it is shinier. I love the tarnish. I don't like the tarnish. I like the pretty shiny stuff. Yes, and Craig, you're paying for that quality as well. But the only thing about it is that I like to wear gold. I don't wear much silver, so that's kind of a bummer. I am, Ellie, and matter of fact, Surfer and I were talking about that just a few minutes ago until and then I had to come on, so we haven't been able to finish. But yes, I am. Well, just thank God she's not into Tiffany's jewelry. Tiger. I like wearing, yeah, I like gold. Well, thank you for joining us, Tiger. So glad you can join us and make it this evening.
Not trying to make you feel stood up, but the hotel internet timed me out. I had to put the passcode back in.
Oh no.
We can blame it on Surfer.
Well, just a few minutes ago, you were blaming it on Yankee. You can't. Which one?
Well, it's always Yankee.
Okay. So we've had a lot of comments about the rhodium. You missed all the educational stuff.
What did I miss?
Lots
Educate
of it.
me.
I don't know. They had some good comments about the rhodium.
That's one metal I don't know much about. Hi, Amy.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know much about it. It was never high on my list. I know about it on the periodic table and some of the stuff I've watched on YouTube, but I haven't.
So Tiger, Stacking Surfer just said, seriously, man?
No, seriously, Tiger.
And then Pete Clark just said, I bet you filled your curse bowel. Excuse me.
Oh, you mean from the computer going off?
Yes.
I owe a couple coins to it when I get home.
Okay, so Check Stacker said to have oxygen absorbers to the coin containers as well. Rhodium is super expensive and very difficult to refine.
That would make sense.
Even for a gram of rhodium, it's like $800. So it is expensive, but Tiffany's jewelry is expensive.
True. And
it's even expensive on the secondary market if you purchase it, unless you're buying it at auction. But yeah, Tiffany's jewelry is timeless. I mean, the name Tiffany's is timeless.
Oh my Lord.
What?
The melting point of rhodium, 3,560 degrees Fahrenheit. That's insane.
Yes, Tiffany's can afford the rhodium, but that's because they're charging their customers quite a bit. And also, but it protects the silver as well. It you know, you can scratches, it doesn't scratch like a normal silver bracelet. Well, again, it's the sterling silver, but it does make it stronger.
I can understand that. All I know is that it was expensive. Now I understand why.
Well, Ellie, a lot of it has to do with our environment as well. And up in the New England area, we I do keep these, my silver containers and stuff. I will put those in there. But in the New England area where I live, it's also a dry cold or dry, you know, we don't have a lot of humidity. And when we do have humidity, it's in the summertime, but it's very dry up this way. So that also helps.
That would have been hard to believe because you got the ocean on one side, you got the Great Lakes on the other.
Yeah, I don't know why, but that's why a lot of it too is why it's hard to our weather patterns are very hard to predict. And it's because of the ocean on one side, and then we have like the Appalachian Mountains on the other.
Oh, I love the way you said that. You know, the further south you go, they say Appalachian. It drives me insane.
What did I say?
Appalachian. It's a French word.
Huh? It is?
Yes, in the north, I'm almost positive. In
okay,
the north, they call it Appalachian. In the south, they call it Appalachian.
I don't like that word. I don't like the second one.
It drives me insane.
But yeah, so it begins in northern Maine and ends, I believe, in Georgia somewhere.
Yeah, but as soon as you cross the Mason-Dixon line, you get rid of Appalachian. You start with Appalachian.
Oh, okay. So Maine is beautiful, yes. So for example, like when we are down south, it seems like because my husband's from Georgia and I lived there for some time, and it seems like it's colder down there than it is up my way, and it's because it's like a wet cold versus a dry cold up this way. And like I will store my coins too in my down cellar. It's very dry and cold down here. It's very dry.
It's great for storing stuff. I mean, If you're a canner and you have a
yeah, root. They call.
basement,
I am in North Carolina, so I get the pronunciation that Tiger doesn't like. Oh my God,
hold it
down
against
cellar.
you, Beto.
I am down cellar. So they call it a root cellar. A root cellar, you know, especially like in northern Maine. And please don't call it. Oh, I think it's Oregon. Did I say that right? Did I say it the way you're supposed to? Oregon. Cellar, wicked. It's wicked cold. Wicked. The humidity makes weather feel colder and warmer. So yes. Yep.
For some reason, West Virginia always has moist, cold air.
Yeah.
It
So
drives me insane. I
good.
love cold, but moist cold gets right to me.
Yes, and that's what Stacking Surfer just said. He said we have a damp cold here. 62 degrees is so cold. Like, so up this way, it may be, for example, the other day, it was like 28 degrees, but you would never know it because it didn't feel 28 degrees.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I think a lot of it has to do with environment too. So I don't really have to do a lot to keep it from toning. But I do take the precautions because I don't like toning. And speaking of Stacking Surfer and him saying that they have a damp cold there, hi Dog World and you.
Hey, how you doing, girlfriend?
You have a celebrity in the chat right now.
I have more than celebrity. I have the smartest, prettiest girl that God ever made. Sorry, Nick. You're number 2.
Oh, I'm sure I don't compare. The humidity here is Eastern and North Carolina. It is horrible in the summer. Yes, it is in Georgia as well. But you know, come up to Maine and it's very hot up here as well. We do get a lot the humidity in the summertime. But you know, when you're talking 3 months out or from Memorial Day to Labor Day, you know, it doesn't. But again, it really has been staying warm up until September. It just started feeling like January this week, and I'm not kidding. I just started wearing my coat this morning.
Oh my.
But speaking of Surfer, so I also have started to watch where I purchase my coin sets from. I purchased about 10 1987 mint sets from a person in California on eBay. And they were the ones that have the plastic. Let me see if I have nope, I cut through it. They're not the hard plastic, but they're the cellophane, the softer plastic. And in 1987, if you want to have a Kennedy, 1987 Kennedy, you have to break it out of the set if you want to put one in your collection. And if you can get a 1987 Kennedy that's very high mintage, it could be worth a lot of money. So I was cutting those out and the plastic was melted into the coins.
No.
Yeah, right then and there, the coin is, to me, worth nothing. I had to peel away the plastic and still couldn't get all the plastic off the coin. So it had melted. I mean, they were hot, you know.
Wow. You probably have to melt the plastic even further, but not get to the melting point of silver.
Well, I mean, good luck with that, though. Good luck with that. I mean, it's worth melt. Yeah, I mean, it was worth nothing. And so that was disappointing. So I do kind of try to watch where I'm picking up some mint sets that I feel like that I really want to open it for the coin and to get an MS coin out of it. I'm not going to buy it from someplace where it's been where it could be potentially have melted the coins. And again, you don't know. It could be somebody that was, had moved somewhere. Maybe they're up north, but they had just moved there from down south. You never really know, but I do try my best.
So tomorrow is your birthday. and we're in January. Does that make you Capricorn, or what is that?
Okay, so I am like what they call like the cusp, I believe, because I'm really not into the. So a lot of the horoscopes will end with January 19th as a Capricorn and begin Aquarius at the 20th, or some will end Aquarius with the 20th. So I was always told I'm a little bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah. But I could tell you, I was born in 1978 on the biggest snowstorm. It was the biggest blizzard probably within a 10-year span. And I know people that still remember that blizzard to this day. It was devastating to the New England area in 1978. So, and they say it's even since then, we haven't seen a blizzard like that.
So that makes you a horse.
Oh, I guess I don't know what that means.
1978, Chinese zodiac, year of the horse.
Oh, I'm a horse. Oh, good, because I'd rather be that than a donkey.
I don't think they have donkeys on the Chinese zodiac. Wifey was born year of the snake.
Oh, that's pretty. I'm definitely afraid of snakes, so I'm glad I'm not a snake.
Well, I can only keep a snake if I buy two, because she's going to steal the first one.
1978 was a blizzard year in Chicago too. I wonder if it was no joke, a horse. Yeah. Year of the horse. Yeah, 78. I mean, it was just bad. I don't know if it like went this way. I don't know if it was, but yeah, it was a tough winter that year.
I'm trying to find you a horse in my mobile collection here.
Your mobile collection.
Well, how am I going to do videos if I'm away from home?
Oh, well, I think it's cute. I think that's cute.
I can only do so many things.
I am a year of the dog, and Jeff is a snake, as like your wife, and year of the horse, earth element. 78 was one heck of a blizzard. Mark B, were you in the New England states at that time? Michael Stacking said to your wife that love your channel, and I hope everybody does watch that channel, because I have learned. I watch the videos, and I've learned quite a bit.
Oh, she's amazing.
You were 10.
That girl knows her dogs.
Well, she's very smart, but I just look and I'm like, how does she get all those dogs to mind? I don't know how I would. I mean, I just don't have the patience.
Honestly, I think that she's going to be the next dog whisperer.
I bet she is good at what she does. She puts out a lot of good information, that's for sure.
Oh, you should see it. She'll tell me, don't do that with that dog, but I did it with the other two. It says, that's fine, but those dogs think this way. This dog thinks that way. And I'm like, how do you know what they're thinking?
You were in the Marine Corps. Aspiring Alchemist, I would have never known that you were 10 in 78. Absolutely not. I was probably still living my last life. Well, I hope UFOs don't come back anytime soon and come get you.
Okay, I'm going to have to fix this. I have no horse in my mobile pack. I got a few at home, so I'm going to.
I might be a year of the snake, Craig just said. And you know what's funny, Craig, is my sister. I was born January 20th, 78. My sister was born February 20th of 1980. Yeah, 2 years and 1 month exactly.
Well, Snake was born 2025, 2013, 2001, 1989, 1977, 1965. We're not going to go back further because you're definitely not that old.
Right. He said, let me see. Chinese New Year starts as early as January 22nd. And as late as February 20th, I might be a year of the snake.
Okay.
19 and let me see. Dog World and You. Miss Tiger says 1977.
Yeah, she's definitely year of the snake.
So she's young.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, she's young one.
yeah, she's 14 years younger than me. Although
Wow.
I'm a teaser. I'm a jokester. I looked at her and said, I married an old girl.
No, you did not.
I did too.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yeah, I did.
You calling me old too then? Because I'll tell you what, we're the same age.
Let me finish.
Okay.
She says, "What do you mean? I'm 14 years younger than you." And I said, "That's my point. I'm used to dating girls 20 to 25 years younger. I married an old girl."
I would hit him for you if I could. Seriously. But see, he's got the exotic accent. So a lot of 25-year-olds don't have that exotic accent.
Well, that's true. But I'm a pistol. You know that by now.
I do. So Michael stacking. His daughter was born in Savannah, Georgia in 1980. And I used to visit Savannah a lot. My husband is from Waycross, Georgia, which is only a couple hours from there. And we used to take trips over there to Savannah because Savannah is just a beautiful town, beautiful city. She says she doesn't speak it like that. I bet you speak it better. Old soul.
She tells me, I not to sound like that.
Tiger. Okay. Stacking Surfer says he's only 35. Now that's rigged.
Oh, that's definitely rigged.
That's so rigged.
You know why it's 35, don't you?
Why?
Because he uses his rigged pen to fill out the documents.
I hope he's not writing checks with that rigged pen.
So, but we need to get Surfer to wear his tiara more regularly.
Hi, Broke Stacker.
Hi, Broke Stacker. Hi, bike contests.
Well, you just had to tell me, though, didn't you, bike contest, that I am shy of a month older than him. Oh, this stuff's gross. My daughter drinks this sparkling water, and it's gross. FYI. Ugh. I don't like
that one. Pour those Crystal Light packets in there.
Oh, I don't like Ugh. If I wanted a carbonated water, I probably would drink just soda. Right? Why would I drink a sparkling water? I'd just go get some soda. A Diet Coke. Gee whiz.
In addition to...
you're sweet too. I think I like your wife. Maybe we should do a stream together.
If you can get her to do anything other than what she does with YouTube, I'll give her extra money to go shopping with you.
I don't know why she hasn't done it yet. I mean, if she needs help shopping, I mean, we can go to Tiffany's. She and I can go to Tiffany's and we'll test that rhodium theory.
Oh yeah, ain't that the truth?
It's called bubbly sparkling water. I'm not advertising it, people.
Girl, you look like you're advertising you when you're not advertising.
Don't drink this. We don't want you to get in trouble.
Can you do that with the eye roll? That would be pretty awesome.
I could try, but it just doesn't work. I've never been able to do an eye roll.
Okay.
Just because I really can't do it. My eyes don't work.
While you get ready to think about doing the eye roll, remember how wifey must have felt when I told her I married an old girl. Now do the eye roll.
Well, now I can't because now it's like I know why you're saying that now. I just don't eye roll on cue, and that's just me. It's true. I mean, I used to get in trouble when I was younger because the auto faces. Everything was written all over my face. In school, I get in trouble. My mother, I would get in trouble. Don't break Nick, Tiger. Yeah, don't break me. Yeah, it would hurt. I can't do it. You're old. The wife just said you were old.
Yeah, that may be true, but I definitely don't act the part.
Oh, I'm freezing.
Well, you are in Maine.
Oh,
You're definitely in Maine. I've always thought that place was just off the wall cold.
no, it's not. No, it really isn't. We have a lot of warm days, and in the summer. Okay, so we had my in-laws one August. At the end of August, no, it was September, and they were like, "It's hot." I'm like, "Duh." What'd you think? We were going to be snowing in September? But my wife accuses me of what? Being 18.
Yeah, I sometimes feel like
Craig is just no fun at all. He stopped drinking soda, juice, coffee, beer, liquor years ago and cut out sugar out of my diet. Remind me not to go visit you in Hawaii. Because and the only things that I really like and I need in my life is coffee. I could do without the sodas. I'm not really a big soda drinker, but coffee and two, 3 tops. Amy, I'm with you. I need my coffee, especially that first one in the morning. And then I like to have one around, lunchtime. So I can do 2, but you don't want to see me on caffeine after 3 p.m.
What's your favorite coffee?
Black.
Okay.
And I like it so strong it grows hair on your chest. I like my strong. Yeah, don't give me wuss coffee because I won't drink it. I want some good, strong coffee. I love Maine. Maine is beautiful. Have you been there, Ellie? I used to take my dog, Kennebunkport. They have great outlet shopping, believe it or not. But that is a beautiful place to go. And and when the Bushes were there a lot, you would run into the dad, not so much the son, but the mom and dad. You would run into them quite often eating some lobster, the lobster pounds. I stopped smoking cigarettes in 2009 for the 4th time. Thus, I needed my coffee. Well, congratulations, Amy. I mean, that is not easy to do. And I've seen a lot of people try. And so good for you. And no matter how many times, as long as you keep trying, lobster.
Have you ever seen this particular type of coffee pot? I forget the name of it. It's
What's
waters. Have you ever seen this particular type of coffee pot? The water's in the bottom. Yeah, water's in the bottom on it in its own separate little thing. You put the coffee in kind of like a percolator, but it's on the bottom.
Is it a French press?
No, it's not French press. And then it bubbles from the bottom through the coffee into a metal straw that goes up into the real coffee pot that you pour out of. I can't remember the name of it.
I don't know what that is. I've never seen that. Coffee is my addiction. I drank it all day listen, if that's our only addiction, we're doing pretty good. If the coffee is our only addiction. Have you had? No, I haven't. No, I have not. And the reason being that I like my coffee black is because if you add all the sweeteners and the sugars, and it's hard to go, if we'll say you're not home or you're out somewhere and they don't have what you want to put in your coffee, it can be a bad day if you get used to a lot of sugar and stuff in your coffee. So I just like to take mine black. But my favorite ice cream in the world is coffee ice cream.
No way.
My favorite candies are coffee nibs. Have you ever seen those coffee candies? Oh my word. Chocolate is my only addiction. Well, have you ever put a piece of chocolate in your coffee? I've done that too.
Or chocolate that was partially made out of coffee.
Oh, good for you, BTO. Cold brew coffee, Amy Harrell said. It's called coffee nibs.
You're talking about the pot that I just described?
Coffee hula pie down. Yes, Amy Harrell said it was cold brew.
Cold brew?
Coffee mints? Are the coffee mints? Oh, I need that in my life. Where do you find those? You're going to have to try a coffee hula pie. What is that? I need that in my life too. Yeah, coffee nibs. I can't remember who makes them, but they also make a chocolate version of it. But yes, and they're so delicious. Take a piece of dark chocolate, put it in your mouth, and then partially dissolve it and sip off your coffee. Yes. Yes. Hi, Frostbite.
Hey, Frosty.
You've missed all the
That's a see the water's here. Then there's a thing that holds the coffee, and like a percolator, it comes up and it comes into a straw on the top and pours out into this cup.
Yep. Oh, burr. Dan Root, good to see you.
Hey, Dan Root.
Speaking of delicious.
Oh, that type of pot makes it's almost espresso strong.
I love espresso strong. Listen, you want to talk about delicious? Guess what my husband has made for me? They do this for me on my birthday every year. Chocolate covered strawberries. My favorite.
Oh, nice.
Nothing is better than waking up with my coffee and dipping my chocolate covered strawberries in there just a little bit, just to get the chocolate to melt a little bit. And I love strawberries. That is a hot pot is espresso coffee, Tiger.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Pirate Metals.
Hot pot espresso coffee. Thanks, Amy. I didn't know what they called it.
Yes, please. I'll take some. But again, after 3 p.m., you do not espresso and chocolate. Oh.
Now, if you're going to drink that a lot, you need at least 2, maybe 3 of those pots because unscrewing the bottom is not pleasant when it's hot.
Yeah, I'd be up all night long if we'll say 3:30, 4, say 3:30. If I drink any caffeine after 3:30, I'm bouncing off the walls. And if I'm not sleeping, nobody's sleeping. So, just saying.
I can see that.
Just saying. But no, I'm just teasing. That's why I found YouTube late at night, because then I've been on my coffee. And because I just love it, especially like cold night and a piece of pie or something. I just want coffee. Have you ever tried Cuban coffee? I have, and it is strong. I have. And so I know we talked about Starbucks, Tiger, but
that's the bomb.
It is, but I have to order 3 espresso shots in mine because they make it so weak. Well, I want to be able to taste something.
Now you do know the special thing about Starbucks, don't you? Those of us who are rigged should have picked it up by now. And if you haven't, I'll explain it. Okay, from all the rigged videos that I've made, if you know what the significance of Starbucks is, put 1 in the chat. If you don't, put 2 in the chat.
But I don't do Starbucks a lot because they're very expensive, and I rather eat my calories than drink my calories, so to speak, and they can be full of fat. But they're good.
Okay. All right. I see most of you have not quite picked it up yet. Now, the next question is, should I just spell it out right, or or should I spell it out right, or should I leave you all to see more of the explanation in Rigged 5, which is almost ready for release?
And Surfer, I'll be messaging you later on too.
Leave it alone.
Huh?
Frosty says, leave it alone, Tiger.
Leave what? Oh, leave it alone, Tiger. I can tell you
Good
what I
night,
like when I go to
Surfer.
Starbucks. I like a tall, triple white chocolate mocha, fat-free and no whip. That's what I like.
I like anything with Starbucks.
Well, not me, because there's a lot that's why I don't like the mocha, the regular mocha, because it's too bitter.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like the other stuff because like it's all too sweet. So I can deal with the white chocolate. That is it. But it's going to be a triple, and I do not want whipped cream on it, and I want it made with fat-free milk, and I only want it tall.
I'm good with that.
Oh, my daughter loves the pink drink too. She loves it. Loves it. I used to drink Starbucks a long time ago because my brother used to work there. And yeah. Oh, my daughter's all about ordering with apps. So, and she's like, I'm going to Starbucks to get a free coffee. I'm like, how are you doing that? I drink Turkish coffee. I bet I've heard that is good and strong. I'm a French gal, so I like coffee. My dad always said we like our coffee like, it's going to grow hair on your chest. We want it strong. He's like, and believe it or not, yes, I hate to say this, but yes, I'm not very creative. But so my dad calls me Nick. A lot of people call me Nick. I mean, really, that's in real life what they call me is Nick. And so he'd be like, Nick, you want to go get some coffee? Grow hair on your chest. Let's go. So we'd go drink coffee.
Your dad sounds like he's a scream.
He is. He's a Frenchman.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, he's Canadian French, but a Frenchman nevertheless.
Nonetheless.
But he doesn't have a heavy accent, but you can hear a French accent, Canadian French accent.
I understand. And Frosty, Turkish, Romanian dark roast, yes, it's very close to Serbian coffee too, although that's really hard to come by.
Starbucks rewards. Yep. Yes, but I'm always thinking, how much are you and your friends going to Starbucks when you could get a free Starbucks coffee though? Bet it's a lot.
Yeah.
Vietnamese. But I've heard some good coffee has come out of Hawaii too. I don't know. I just want some black, strong coffee and I'm happy. Doesn't take much. But I do save money from Starbucks and I will put that in my little teapot and then, some money here, some money there, and I'm going to buy some silver.
I have no problem with that. Keeping some money for you to, buy more silver. But you can still have your Starbucks and your silver too.
Absolutely. I just don't do it as often as I would like. So let me see. I just saw somebody ask a question and now I can't see it. Oh, I should. Yes. But I'm having chocolate covered strawberries tomorrow. So I'd rather have my black coffee and I'm going to be eating a lot of calories tomorrow. So I got to, balance. Hi, Victor.
Hey, Victor. Getting back a little bit on topic.
From Montreal, Dan Root. No, my dad is from like very northern Maine, like border of Canada and Maine and Quebec. It'd be Quebec. They still speak French there in Quebec. So like my dad has been to Paris and he had gone over there several times. Now he can speak French and he can understand it a little bit, but he cannot speak to them in French in Paris because it's a different type of French, believe it or not. Different French.
Really?
Yeah. It's a more broken French in Canada. So for example, Canadian French, they're not going to speak in Louisiana.
Really?
Yep. Now, but my maiden last name is so French. It's one of the top names. It's like Smith over here in America. It's like that over there in Paris, my maiden name.
Oh, I understand.
Yep. Cajun French is much different than than Quebec. So if you have somebody from Paris coming over to Quebec, they're not going to be able to speak their French as fluently.
So does your French last name have a translation?
Yes, and if I told you, you know exactly what it is, so I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, I can live with that.
I mean, everybody else would be like, too. We do have smartphones now that will that if I said, okay, this is the word, it will translate it for you in French.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I should have known that, but
I am French and born in Louisiana, but I do my ancestors though. We do are from Paris, or not Paris, but France. But yes, it's a very and I won't tell you the words that I do know because I would have to put stuff in your money in your swear jar or swear bowl. Because my mom and dad, we never swear. It was like, taboo, but Creole French. Yep. So just to get a rise out of my mom, my dad would teach us a swear word and she would just get all over him. It was funny.
Oh, I have a good story on that one. My friend put TikTok in my phone, and I don't watch TikTok, but he'll always send me a link. And I forget the name of the lady. It's a pretty Russian lady with blonde hair, and I forget her name, but I call her the bad word Russian girl. And she will teach you all sorts of bad words. So I'll learn it and I'll practice it and I'll practice it and I'll come home, say, honey, could you translate this for me? Okay, what? And I'll tell her, oh, that's terrible word. Where you learned that? I said, bad word Russian girl. I told you, you're not allowed to listen to bad word Russian girl.
Oh my gosh. The boss lady is French Canadian. She has family in Prince Edward Island. Now, I don't know who the boss lady is. I'm boss lady. I'm teasing. I don't know who the boss lady is, but Prince Edward Island, very nice place to visit. Very nice place to visit.
Oh, I see what you're saying, Frosty. And I'll tell you what, you want to make a bunch of Russian Ukrainian people laugh.
Gotcha.
You make a bunch of Russian Ukrainian people laugh hard. Have them listen to an American say bad words in Russian. They will howl.
I don't know if I dare to read the French in the chat right now because I don't know what I'm saying. So I think I'm just going to read it to myself instead of out loud.
I have no idea what that is. I don't do French.
Bozo, big top. Bonjour. I'll do that one. So E1337. Whereabouts? I know you're in Canada. Whereabouts in Canada? On you on the east or the west? Growing up, we were in Canada quite a bit. Well, I will say this. My first name is French as well. I barely understand English. My first name is also a French name. That's just how it's pronounced. The West. Okay.
I hear you, Frosty. You and I have a similar type of wifely situation.
Nope, not Nicolette. Nope. Close. I'll let you have another guess after I said that. Of course, that's where we get the Nick from too. But also, I won't tell you what my middle name is. It starts with an N, but my middle name also is my middle initial is I. So, which is another French name. I'm not going to tell you that. Hi, my silver journey. So literally my initials
Hi, my
are
silver journey.
NIC. They're literally NIC. And then my nickname is Nikki. And then my real, the name I got called when I got in trouble, and which, still to this day, if I hear this name and they say it fast, my heart starts skipping a beat because I know that, because that's the only time I was really called that. Southeast Stacker, Nicole. Nicole is how he used to say it. Nicole.
Is your dad still with us?
Yes.
Oh.
But I don't get in trouble as much as I used to when I was younger. He doesn't have to call me that. So literally, my nickname is Nick. My initials are really Nick. Not very creative, am I? What you see is what you get.
Yes, but that's really cool because not everyone is truly themselves.
I don't know. I mean, you'd see right through me because of my facial expressions. If I was trying to be anything else, I wouldn't be able to hold it. I wouldn't be able to hold it together.
I'll tell you this much though. If you can get wifey on with you, I will give her money to go shopping with you.
Well, what do I get if I convince her?
You have to ask her because she is this is the weird thing. She's way more attractive than I am, but she gets so jealous.
Well,
maybe
I will try to work on her then, because I would love to hear her accent. I love accents because mine is not very pretty of an accent. If you really think about it, compact the car. I mean, what kind of accent is that?
It sounds very much like
New England.
Well,
or the Kennedys.
Ohio, I mean, literally sounds like that too.
You come to my if you come talk to my mother, she will sound like a Kennedy. They got that down east type of accent, and very heavy. First, middle, last name. If my mom said my full name, I knew I was in trouble. Oh, first, middle, and last. No, first name was good with us, with my dad, Nicole. Yeah. But then if my mother was to yell at us, she would have to say 5, 6 names, which are my cousin's names, my sister's name, my name, then her brother and sisters. I mean, the whole list before she even got to the one she wants to yell at.
So she has to pretty much yell out a whole paragraph just to get you out.
Yeah. Susan, Jenny, Kathy, Nikki, Sarah, the whole 9 yards. Yep.
Well, that would take a lot of practice.
Yeah. Well, it would take a lot of practice for her just to say the name that she wants to say when she's, when you get her there. My aunt does the same thing though. So much so that they used to call me Sneaky, because my sister's name is Sarah, and you put an S in the front of that, it's Sneaky.
Well, that's a scream.
Nick, roll call. Yeah, right. Oh, I need to tell her that it's roll call. Yeah, then she would get mad all over again.
Well, I found my baptismal name many years after I was born. I didn't even know I was given a baptismal name.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, I went to the church that I was raised in, and the priest and I were talking about stuff. And he pulled out a book and he showed me where my parents signed and put my name in the baptismal book. And they wrote my baptismal name in Serbian in the Cyrillic alphabet. And the priest said, "What's that?" He says, "That's your baptism name. You didn't know you?" I said, "No, I didn't even know that was a thing. Dad didn't teach us much. My dad was an awesome dad, but he didn't teach us much." Mm-hmm. And I asked him what it was, and it's called, my baptismal name is Lubomir. It translates into one who loves peace.
Oh, nice.
or peace and love. Lub meaning love and mir meaning peace. And I started howling with laughter. And the priest looked at me and says, "What's so funny?" He says, "You're like me. You're Serbian, you're American-born Serbian, but you're still Serbian. Since when have you ever seen a Serbian not love getting into an argument? And you're going to tell me I'm one who loves peace?" We started howling. Oh my goodness, it was a great time.
My mother, on her side of the family, they have their own plaid as well. And LL Bean, actually, that's the plaid that they use in LL Bean, and that's my mother's plaid for her family name.
Plaid?
Yes, Irish.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's Irish and French and English, so that's where I'm a lot more French than I am anything else. Next coin, is it ironic that he likes Morgans better than peace dollars? No! Oh my gosh, no, Frosty, let me tell you. I like Morgans better than I do peace dollars too. And whenever we, like, especially SW, you know, SW likes Morgan 2021s in the 23s, but he likes the peace dollars better. So we'll always ask, what do people like better? And usually it's the peace dollars, but I like the Morgans. I don't get it. I don't get it about the peace dollars. I really don't. Do you, Tiger?
I think the peace dollar came after World War I, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but no, we're talking about which one you like the best.
Well, for me.
Oh, is it because of the years?
Well, for me, I got a monster box where I'm filling it up and I'm trying to do half and half. And I like them equally, but for a very weird reason.
Okay, what is it?
My grandfather.
Oh, okay.
He was born in 1890. He lived through the Morgan time. He lived through the peace time. That guy lived through an amazing section of our history.
Okay. Okay, Frosty, I'm just going to have to go through my little thing with you. Okay, so Ellie Morgan, Silver Journey, Peace Dollar, Amy, let's see, Southeast says Morgan. Now, Frosty, I'm going to explain something. Now I'm going to pretend that I don't know what the things on the peace dollar are, okay? Because I do, but I'm just going to use, say somebody just walking off the street and I said, okay, tell me about this peace dollar. You know what they're going to say is, what are those things coming out of her head? It looks like there's snakes coming out of her head. She looks like a crazy woman. I mean, we all know what they represent and what they are. Don't get me wrong. But if I was to, we'll just say, my sister's the pretty one and I'm the smart one. So we'll just say I asked my sister to come down here and say, tell me what's on this, tell me what this going on here on this peace dollar. She would be like, that's the crazy lady with snakes coming out of her head. But the Morgan, she's nice and tidy. She's got a pretty little bow, she just, now let me see. And I do love the eagle on the back of the Morgan much better. I really do. Yeah, Ellie, very right. So tomorrow I will be giving away this Morgan as well. I don't know. It's hard to see because it's all. And then also the history of the Morgan comes with it. And along with this peace dollar and the history in this card stock right here. And if I were you, I'd take this out of the plastic as soon as you get it.
Afraid that the plastic would hurt the peace dollar or the silver dollar?
Well, they're really actually in excellent condition. I mean, I was very impressed. But that's just me. I just want to take mine out. I mean, they're very nice condition. And I mean, these Morgans are, I'm actually like, I mean, this Morgan is, but it's a 1921 too. So high mintage. So you're going to find a lot of nice Morgans at 1921s. I think it's one of the highest minted. in the Morgan
Frosty
series.
and I went through a bunch of peace dollars.
Yeah.
We both
Did you guys think like,
on.
oh my gosh, what are those things coming out of her head? I mean, really?
No, Frosty's an incredibly good numismatist.
I know. I'm just teasing because the rays,
Okay.
I'm just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and her hair is just, I mean, look at that face. She's like profile. Like she's like frowning. I mean, that's just she's got a piss that face on. That's New England, like so wicked pissa is what they call it in New England. She looks like a wicked pissa. But this Morgan, she's at least put your chin up. Her chin is down. I mean, come on. They're putting you on a coin. Put your chin up. She's got her chin up. Oh, yes, Ellie. Yes, we and we're not quiet either. I grew up in a family that was, yeah. But we should, Ellie. I think that would be fun. Yeah, I'm sorry, Frosty, but she looks like a wicked pissa. She looks like she is just she's hating life on that coin. And I'm thinking in my head, if I was like sitting there and I would say, you're going to be on a coin one day, I'd be like, my chin would be up and I'd have a huge grin on my face. Morgan looks like my great grandma after she has been drinking. Well, she said, I'd rather be your great grandma then, because obviously she's drinking, she's having a good time. And and if she fell off the key and she's feeling no pain, who would you rather be? A pissa or somebody that's fun falling off a wagon? I know where I'm going. I'm going to the wagon and I'm going on that hayride. Except the girl that looks like she fell over and all the hay sticking out of her hair.
I came up with a new requirement, an absolutely new requirement. If you and wife, you're going shopping, she's a scream, you're a scream, and I don't want to interfere with your shopping, but I want to go and sit in what I call the husband chair and just watch the show.
To be honest with you, I don't like to shop. I like to make fun of all the other shoppers. I like to sit in the husband chair too and just watch. I like to watch people. I hate to shop. There, I had to get it straight. It's hard to get it straight when I'm so look, and even Morgan, she looks like she's got a little crown that says Liberty on it. I mean, she's got something that says Liberty in her hair. What does she have? Nothing.
Yes, Southeast Stacker. She has a tiara. Ask her where she got it. I guess no one's asking.
I'm just teasing too, Frostbite, but really, I do like the Morgan better, for real. I do. And I don't know. I don't know. I do. And, I don't know. I do. I like the Morgan better. I really don't like the peace dollar as much. But do I like the peace dollar? Of course. I'd rather have an older one than I don't like the newer ones. As we all know, I'm not a fan of the 2021s or the 2023s.
Frosty snitching on me.
Why? Oh, yes. Tiger bought me the tiara, but he also bought one for Stacking Surfer. And I should put that video out here, because me and Stacking Surfer wore it on the same night. So I'm going to put out a short on who wore it better. So you guys have to vote for me.
No, what he said was, Nick, Tiger has a tiara.
Oh, yes. You do have one, don't you? You told me you did. On your head right now. All tigers should have a tiara. I bought the 2023 reverse.
I watched Nick and Surfer have a tiara contest. So for those of you who think Nick looks better in a tiara, put a 1 in the chat. If you think I look better in a tiara, put a 2 in the chat.
Oh, Frosty made the photo. So
yeah,
Mark B, I thought that they were stunning as well. And I was on subscription for 5. And then of course I dropped it down and I dropped it down to 2. And then we were getting ready for drop day. And
okay, Ellie.
And then I went to 1 and then I went to 0. And the reason why I went to 0 is because they said the mint is going to mint these next year. And I said, they're not special. Why do the reverse proof and do it again next year? It's not special. If they would have done 1 and done, I would have been very excited about that. But when I realized that they were going to be doing it again next year, not so excited about that, because I feel like it's a U.S. mint and we should expect better from the U.S. mint. And we should like look at all these other mints and what they're putting out. Look at the quality that they're putting out. And we're going back to the Morgans and the peace dollars. Are you kidding me right now? I mean, let's do something different. Let's do something that we haven't, or, they were going to do the Morgans and the peace again. Let's do 2021s. But they dropped 6 in 2021, and then they did the privy CC and the D. No, I'm sorry, CC and the O. They're fake. We don't have a CC or an O mint anymore. So to me, they're, I tease and I say they're fake. But I mean, drop 1. Don't drop them all. 6, 2021. And then you have a skip. We'll skip the year 2022 and we'll go into more Morgans and peace 2023. So I coined the term, get it? Coined the term. Morgan and peace leap year. 2022, Morgan and peace leap year. Because, oh, see, it's just too much. And then, I've been looking into this too. They could fire up the mint, the press that was actually in Carson City. It was still in use in Denver up until the 70s. So get the print, they can't open the mint because it's not a mint, it's a museum. So get the press, bring it up to Denver. Have some CCs. Low mintage. That would have been cool. I would have gotten behind that.
Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of imagination.
No, but think about how cool that would be. I understand that they can't mint them out of Carson City. It's no longer a working mint. But the press, get the press, bring it back up to Denver. Prints, mint some CCs, wicked low mintage. That would have been cool. That would have been something that would have gotten me really excited.
Yeah, they would pay more money for that too.
Privy Marks, not excited. Not excited when you drop 6 of them in 1 year. Not excited. And if you look at the Eagles, when they did the reverse proof, I mean, I think they did those in what, 2021 or 2020 or 20? It was 2021, I think, the reverse proof American Silver Eagles. If you look today and wanted to purchase those on eBay, you can make $20. You're just going to purchase them $20 more than you could have purchased them from the mint.
Really?
Yeah. And everybody thought those were going to be the hit and those are going to be the coins to flip and they're going to be worth so much more in the next couple of years. Nope. $20? No. And if you sell them on eBay, you've just lost money.
Yeah, well, there's some truth with that. A lot of coins are that way.
I agree, Frost. I do. And I'm not saying that for any other reason. To be honest with you, I did not like the women's quarters. I think the women's quarters was a total miss. Very disappointing. I don't think it went over as well as Mint had thought it was. And they asked us to submit 20 names and the reasons behind the names of, the women of history that we thought should be on the quarters. I did that. I spent a lot of time and did that and put who I thought and what their history was behind it. Only a few from my list made it and will be minted. So I just don't know if even the mint was really listening to the people because half of those names, I don't think people even knew who they were. But
that includes me. I'm a pretty decent history buff.
Yeah, I mean, I think it checked off a lot of boxes and not for the right reasons. But that, and again, that's just my opinion. It doesn't necessarily mean it's right. Doesn't necessarily mean, I liked a tall chief was my favorite, the ballerina. And because, yes, but and because I didn't know who she was, and I did some research behind it, and I didn't realize this, but she danced for Kennedy, for the Kennedy White House. Tall chief.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Maria Tall Chief. Yep. But she was
Wasn't she a ballerina?
Yeah, yeah.
I remember something on the internet about her.
Yeah, she was yeah. Yeah, go look her up though. I didn't know a lot about her, and she was the one that I was really glad that was on one of the quarters. Because I did take interest in these women, and when I read about them, I wasn't so impressed. On some of them, there was one Native American, she never even grew up on the reservation. She grew up in California. And gosh, frostbite. Where I think the mint missed it is because
I thought that was Marilyn Monroe, Frosty.
Hey, I like Marilyn.
I love Marilyn, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to separate her from having an opportunity to have a joke.
Well, I'd rather have her on a quarter than half the women that were on the quarters.
I'd rather have Marilyn anything. I actually have a few Marilyn rounds and quarter.
I just wish the U.S. Mint would do something neat and cool to get people excited, to get kids excited, to get grandparents excited. She gave Marilyn did, yeah. That would get kids excited about coins and coin collecting. Because if you remember back when they released the state quarters and they had these books, I don't know. There was a lot of grandparents that collected that had never collected before. Kids were excited to put their state into the book, and then they wanted to collect all of the states.
Oh, yeah.
And I know it's different from the programs. You have a state program, and then of course the women's quarters. But my father-in-law has never collected a coin in his life. But when that came out, he collected them for all of his grandchildren, those books, and made sure he had all 50 states in them, and he gave them to the grandkids. My mother did the same thing. They couldn't wait to get that next release and put it in that quarter book, state quarter book. So I just wish they would do something like that again. I guess maybe it resonated more with state quarters. It kind of resonated more with people. Maybe the mint should think about that. Maybe it should resonate with more people than just one group.
You know when the America's Mint will actually make something interesting?
What?
Hold on. Helps to turn the darn camera on.
Yes. Yes. As I wish the W's would come back.
When pigs fly.
Yeah. Well, I'm still holding out hope, but yeah. Yeah. Do a trip to the Carson City Mint. That will get them excited. Yes, I would love to visit. I would love to go to that museum. I really would.
They don't make anything out of there anymore, do they?
Yes, you actually can get commemoratives, $50. I got something. Oh, it's upstairs. Somebody had sent me from the Carson City Mint. So yes, they do small stuff that you can purchase from the museum.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, and you can look too. That press was, I believe, in use during early 70s, maybe late 60s. And then it'll be retired again. And I think it's called press number 1. It's been a little while since I read about it, but so don't quote me on that, but it's not far off. The silver proof state quarters are awesome. Yes, and I know because I still have the book that my father-in-law did, and of course I'll save that for my kid forever. But they weren't silver. There was nothing special about them. Some of them were very low mintage, some of them weren't. But nevertheless, people were excited about them. They were exciting.
Did they make
the W quarters? I wish the W quarters, and I used to love to hunt quarters for the W quarters. And that's a shame that they stopped that program, because that's what got me excited about it. When I started coin collecting, I wanted to find a W quarter. Who didn't? And I found a couple. And when you find a couple, and I tell you, I went through a lot. It's exciting. It's really exciting.
Did they make the state quarters and the America the Beautifuls the same type?
No, the America the Beautiful came after.
Oh, did they model it after the state quarters?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think it modeled them. I think that I think there was only a few state parks that were included in that series.
Oh, okay. Like
Mount Rushmore, I think was. I'm not sure. I'd have to. It's been a long time since I've looked back on that, but I know Arcadia National Park was, because the state of Maine, that's where what was it, river something, you only found 2. The V75, that's not a bad one to have. Not a bad one at all.
Yeah, I agree with you, Victor. The American the Beautiful are great. I have about plus or minus 5 of them. And some of them are in their original boxing and some of them aren't.
Well, see, again, that resonates with people, right? So I love them too, because they have one from my home state, Arcadia National Park. So I think it resonated with people. And isn't that what brings people together, is when we have common ground about stuff? Correct? I agree. That's what gets us excited, and that's what brings us together. And it's not pandering to one group or the other. I mean, and I'm not even saying, even just like women versus men. I mean, it's just common ground is what makes them more popular, in my opinion.
Oh, I agree. We need to have our country have less stupid things to argue over.
Right.
We've got bigger fish to fry.
Exactly. And yeah, I just wish they would do something that would get us all excited again. And I have nothing that I want to say, to my daughter, like, look at this coin. I don't have anything like that I can, unless it's from some other mint. Yeah. But even like with the Queen of England, I was watching that really closely, because I knew she didn't have many social engagements. And, her husband had just passed away. And, I hate to say this, but sometimes when older couples, they'll say, maybe if the wife passes first, or the husband in maybe a couple of years when the wife will pass, So I'm like, I was on Queen kick the bucket watch. And I remember posting it, really like one of the first people to post that she had passed away. And we did a live stream that evening, or a couple days afterwards. And I said, I don't mean to sound ugly about this, because I don't mean this in such a way, but I said, I'm just glad we might see some different coins again, even if it is Prince Charles on a coin. I'm just ready to see something different. Because she's been on coins. She was on coins for 70 years. So I was ready to see something different.
Yeah, but I really think that she set the mark.
Oh, absolutely. What she did for the country during World War II alone sets her apart. I mean, they were on the front lines. She was on the front line.
Yeah.
So she did. I mean, just think about this woman, though. The history that the presidents she has met. She has, Churchill. Can you imagine being in the same room with him?
That'd be really cool.
That would be really cool. And so I Yes, don't get me wrong. And she set the bar. I'm just talking about as far as coins were concerned.
Well, she set the bar as far as the coins go too. I mean, it's well, I know this is going to be an older reference for you because you're younger and you weren't so much into the Steelers, but no one remembers. No one remembers.
Ellie, I'm impressed.
Who came after?
Yes, right.
After Rocky Blyer and all the big names from the 1970s. No one remembers them because those guys set the bar. And the same thing with Queen.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought so too, BTO. And I think that was the plan. And or maybe not the 50, but maybe was it the 50 or the 20? I think that was the plan she was supposed to be, but I don't recall why they changed it. But Ellie said that her daughter, with her first babysitting check, she purchased let me see, my daughter had her first job as a babysitter. She purchased silver with her paycheck. Now, Ellie, you've taught your daughter well. My daughter does not even collect fiat. No.
Translation, she spends it.
Exactly. She collects it for a second, and then as soon as it hits the hand, it's back out again. But my daughter does like to listen when I learn something new, or she'll humor me. We'll just put it that way. But she also knows this is her inheritance. So she's gonna know a little bit about her inheritance, besides the numerous binders that I'm leaving her to look at before she goes spends her inheritance or sells it to someone else.
I've also done a little bit further because I tried to teach wifey, and she wouldn't listen to me. You know, why she listens more about coins? You won't believe it. Well, maybe you will believe it. What caused her to listen a little bit more about coins was you guys.
Oh, YouTube. Well, that's good because we listen to others.
She loves video cameras. She's a professional photographer. For many years, she was a professional wedding photographer. And she loves all that stuff. Now that I'm doing YouTube and I'm doing my own montage and all that, she's like, we finally have something in common that I like. I howled with laughter.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was
That's
pretty cool.
That is really cool. Yeah.
But she starts listening a little bit about the coins now. But I took it one step further before she started realizing I was serious about YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote for her something I mentioned in a video I did, called You're Dead, Your Family's in Trouble. I wrote a death letter to her. And so far it's about 9-10 pages.
Oh, yes. I think you have, yeah.
And it tells her who to go to, what to go to, where do you sell these things that are not going to bring much, like an eagle or a maple, and with your daughter, you may want to leave something written behind.
Oh, you have no idea how OCD I am. I've got binders set up and written what the coins were, the history of the coins, why I love them, why I love this one more. Yeah, the peace dollar's in there too, Frosty. Why I don't like the peace as much as some Morgan. But I did it more with my numismatic coins because they mean more to me than and I don't really like the term when they say semi-numismatic, like, the more collectible silver that's cost more. I don't think to me, and that's not numismatic at all, not even semi. So, but my numismatics, or, a particular year, why it was more important to me. So like, I love the Morgan 1878 because I was born in 78. So it's 100 years. So, yeah, I don't call it a death letter. I wouldn't do that because she wouldn't like that because that would make her sad. But I do leave her notes and who she could seek for guidance and where, who she can, sell to. Again, I update that often, but the history and why I love it, I don't have to update. But I will update the list of, how much are you going to be able to get for this? Because that's going to go up. And, I do add inflation. I mean, the whole 9 yards, because this is part of her inheritance. So my husband may not be so into coins and collecting gold and silver like I am, but he encourages it because he likes to have our money in physical. And so where I do this side, he likes to do the more prepping as far as, lead, guns, food storage. So I do this side of it and he does that side. So,
lead is important. And one thing I put in a video also, Nick, because I was worried about how YouTube would might shut down because of more liberal-minded ideas.
mhm.
I had a short. 82 protects 47, 79 in your family.
82. Okay. 82.
82
Okay.
protects 47, 79 and your family.
Okay.
And I know it's a little cryptic, especially if you haven't seen the video or the short. It's all based upon the periodic table. 82,
Oh, metals. Is that metals?
yes. 82 lead, 47 silver, 79 gold, and your family.
I like H2O too.
Everybody should love H2O.
I'm just kidding. I just wanted to say something off the table as well. So I could sound smart like you.
Sweetheart, you are smart in areas I'm clueless about.
Well, I do know what H2O is.
Sweetheart, yeah, I'm smart, but you know stuff that I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, and one of the reasons I let you talk more than me is because you know so much stuff that I don't know.
okay. You're probably reading it from. No, I'm just teasing.
Well, let me put it this way. I learned how much you like numismatics, and I accidentally found out how much you like numismatics after I started making friends with Frostbite.
How was that?
Well, I started talking about numismatics because Frosty was, doing an exchange with me. He wanted some things for his books, and we did an exchange where I just took common peace dollars, which because my wife won't pay attention to that stuff, so it's better for me to collect weight. And in this process, I'm learning things. I'm liking the coins even better because I'm learning things. I mentioned it once in passing by, and you started saying how much you're into numismatics as well. I'm like, oh my goodness. I mean, and something you might want to talk to your daughter about, something I learned from Frosty is have in the list that, in your list of things to do, to tell your loved ones for numismatic type of pieces, to get in touch with a numismatist. That's still a hard word for me. A numismatist. So that if you're gone and they don't know, they don't get taken advantage of.
Right. And that's hi, Nickel. And that's why I've guided her. And I do have trusted friends that I would send to her first. And of course, I think that needs to be updated. But what I love about numismatics is that a coin that somebody may look at, we'll just use a 1921D Walking Liberty that looks worn and you can barely see the Liberty on there. It can be a G6 and still be worth $300.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah. So that's what I love to learn about. That was my first love is numismatics. I love to learn about it. I read everything and anything I could get my hand on. And so you learn about your key dates and, and when you can go to a coin store and sometimes they don't know their own stuff and you can find some great deals.
Those are great places to find things.
Yes.
Yeah. When I bought stuff at the pawn shop, I bought stuff that all I did was stack it, just put it in tubes and put it away.
Yeah, this
until
is
it said
stuff I
no
would stack
frosting.
though on the numismatic side because as I purchase a coin, and you may not, because you don't have to start coin collecting with a lot of money. It could be done on a budget. And then as you go along, you can sell a coin here or there and then upgrade a coin and really make a very nice collection. But you don't have to start with the nicest coins available.
But what I'm saying is when I go to the pawn shop, there is some premiums there. But there's sometimes when I just get a bag, a Ziploc baggie that has, silver dollars in it or halves or whatever. And those are the ones I put in the tubes. Those are the ones that I showed Frosty and learned some. I mean, I'm telling you, I got some really good deals. And
no collecting for nickel.
What do you mean by that, Nickel? By the way, hello, Nickel.
You should start with one nice coin. Of course, you could start with a nice coin and still not pay very much for it. But those key dates, for example, I'm right now, I have found an auction that's still relatively small, and I know it's a trusted auction, and they have it in Walking Liberty. That's my jam. That's my favorite coin. And they have a 1921D, and I believe it's a G6, and it's I have it on. I'm winning the bid right now at $40, and that's not. I mean, that's a very, very worn coin. But you can get up to. We'll just say if you even got like AU, that's going to run you some money. So I possibly would. I'm going to sell this, and I will try to upgrade my walker that I have in the 1921D. But you can get some really key dates that could really cost you a lot of money. But then also like a 1921 Morgan, you can find a really nice 21 Morgan at a very decent price.
Oh yeah.
So it's all knowing your key dates and what, mintages and also buy what you like. I hate it when people, I used to hate it when somebody would say that, buy what you like. But if you love numismatics, you're going to know what you like and what's your favorite.
Well, for me, it was always about the stacking. And then I learned about the numismatics afterwards.
Yeah.
And now I find I still like the stacking, but I appreciate a really decent find.
And frostbite, that's one of the coins that I just that's not my favorite. And I know people love it. And I especially hate the newer ones. And that's the nickels. I wish sometimes they would leave well enough alone, but I don't. Nickels aren't the ones I have gravitated towards. So I don't collect those, but they're still cool nevertheless.
Well, the only nickels I collected were nickels.
The only nickel I like is nickel stacking. You're welcome, Nickel.
You have to admit that he is a scream.
He is a unique person. Yes.
And I'll
he knows what I mean by that too, because he is unique. And I started to like him even more the other day, and then he says one other thing, and then I just don't like him again. It's hot and cold with me with Nickel. Hot and cold, always hot and cold. So there was one night I was like, yes, we're gonna be friends forever. And then he says one name again, and then I'm just like, okay, he's lowering in the cool points again. He's got to build himself back up. And everybody, Nickel knows I'm teasing him because I do. I like Nickel.
I get a screen. I first heard his voice on someone else's live stream, and he wasn't using his typical Yukon Cornelius avatar. He had the Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh.
And it's the first time I heard his voice, and he was shocked I didn't know his voice. I was still somewhat new to going on to people's live streams.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Michael. My allergies are kicking the butt.
We are live. I practice that, Nickel, because I don't know how you do it. You do it on cue every single time. And I'm like, okay, so I'll try to do it with him. We are live. I can't, and see, I never even get my arms right. We are live. See, I can't do it. See, because, you know, he ends with his fingers like this. And I'm like, we are live. Oh, I just did it.
Good going.
West Texas Stacker. Can you imagine people sitting around trying to like do the eye roll? Oh my gosh, their head must hurt if they tried it.
Oh, my neck would hurt. I mean, because you give a head tilt when you do it too.
Oh, yeah. Well, it ends with, yeah. And I don't mean to. And yeah. Good night, Victor. You have other friends you have to go see? I'm just teasing.
Oh, my goodness.
Snap. Oh, so it's snap. And then we are, okay, wait. We are live. No, we can't do it. We are live. Did I do it? Wait. We are live. No, it's snap. We are live. I have to think too much about it. But it's unique, and I like that. I like it when I find somebody that's different and does something different. Hi, West Texas Decker. We're all doing well. I hope you're doing well.
Hey, West Texas.
Did anyone see the witch? The W?
Who brought
No. What is what?
I'm not following.
I'm not either. In W. No. I don't know.
No, I'm not following. I'm sorry.
I also started the yo. Yeah, you did. Yep. And wait. I'm going to do it. Snap. Wait, did you say snap first? Okay. We are live. Did I do it? Wait. Okay. I got to think about it. We are live. I still don't do it as cool as him, though.
He's probably been doing that a long time, even before YouTube.
We are live. We are live. There you go. There you go. I got it now. We are live. We are live. Oh, did you have to do that too? Sit there and practice in the mirror before you get it down? We are live.
I agree with you, Nickel. That was an amazing movie. And the tech that they had, they made a lot and made it seem real.
I enjoyed it, but we're coming up on 2 hours. And when my hands are this red, Nick's got to go warm her hands up. And I really would love some chocolate covered strawberries. Have you been sipping?
And coffee. I
don't drink it all, period. I don't like alcohol. And if I was going to do it, it'd have to be something fruity. And I have a 2-drink minimum because I'm a lightweight.
Oh, no, I'm a serious lightweight too.
This is just me. I just like to have fun. Coins are fun. It's fun being here with you guys.
I agree.
Well, I know, because I was like thinking, okay, in my head, we got an hour before Nick starts really getting too cold before she's ready to go back upstairs. So 2-drink maximum. Yes. Florida. Yeah. Yeah.
For me, 2 drinks, and I flirt with the wife for about 5 minutes, and then I fall asleep.
Oh, yeah. So you don't want, no, I would just rather have fun without it, because then, I mean, literally, I am toasted after 2. Toasted.
But 1 is really good when I'm stressed out at work, and she's like, you're unbearable. You're having one because I want my husband back.
No, nothing. I'm trying to think. What would my husband do for me? Chocolate. I would rather, I would rather eat my calories than drink them.
I agree.
Yeah.
Chocolate's an addiction more to me than alcohol is.
You don't drink anymore. I've never been a drinker. I've just never really liked it. Just don't like it. But I do like chocolate. I do like to eat. I like desserts. So for me too, you know, when you get to be 46 years old like me, I'm going to be 46 and let me see.
Girl,
2 hours.
You got to give me a couple bottles from your fountain of youth.
46. I'm going to be 46 in 2 hours. 2 hours. It's all downhill from here. But anyways, after you hit, a certain age and you're a woman, you gotta watch to keep trim. Because if not,
you're doing a really good job.
Yeah. Well, I don't drink. Really though, drinkers, you'll notice they can put a lot of weight on them, and then it makes you look old as well. Drinking will age you and make you fat. Oh, you are my favorite UFO. And here I'm telling the doctor that. So is that true that alcohol will age you faster and will make you fat?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Alcohol does have a whole lot of non-nutritional calories. So yes, it can. It can also increase your blood sugar because it's partially a sugar. And alcohol, in my opinion, also breaks down the fibrous tissue underneath the skin, which can increase the lines associated with aging.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's some truth with that. Another thing that will age you just as much as cigarettes. Another thing that will age you pretty quickly is stress.
Yes.
Me personally, I don't drink that much.
Alcohol pickles your insides. Baby, that's funny.
There's some truth with that.
And beer does make you gain weight. Yep.
Because there's more calories in it per
It
per
will kill
unit
you
volume.
after drinking for years. Yeah, it kills your inside, your liver.
So the only time I've ever seen alcohol as a benefit was when they talked about, and I don't know if they've changed the recommendations, but they were allowed 1 red wine a day to decrease the chances of coronary artery disease. Although I'm not really sure it's the red wine so much as the alcohol component, which can cause a little cleaning in a mild way. But maybe there is a component to red wine, but I haven't looked into that research in years.
Yeah. Drugs will also age you fast. Yeah, I never try.
Oh yeah.
I was always a good tissue. I never tried a drug. Just had no interest. I played a lot of sports, and I was overachiever in school, overachiever in sports. So it just never.
Sports was your drug.
Kinda, yeah.
No, think about it.
It really was. I mean, it can be. I mean, anything in excessive is not good, right? So.
Well, you got to think about it. Okay.
Hi, Dee. Mm-hmm.
No, I'll use the marathon runners as a prime example, or swimmers especially. Also,
My cousin was swimmers.
They will release a combination of endorphins and dopamine in their brain. Okay, alcohol will release it. Drugs will release it. Chocolate releases it. Believe it or not, crossword puzzles will release it. And if you get an athlete that loves his or her sports and cannot fathom the idea of ever stopping sports, then they're addicted to the endorphin release, to the dopamine release, and they will never stop.
Well, I've never been that way because, I mean, at the end of the season, we did stop. And of course, we never were,
Yes, but did you change sports?
Yes, but after high school, that was it. It's not like, well, then I went to the gym. But anyways, no, I'm not addicted to it. No. So I'm going to start a GoFund since you guys need to step away. Oh, goodbye, Frosty. Good night. So since what?
Oh, you're going to sleep, Frosty?
2 hours and
Buona noche, my drug.
2 hours before I turn 46, I'm going to start a GoFundMe page. And anybody that wants to contribute to my GoFundMe page, please do. I'm going to start saving up for Botox or something.
You don't need it.
Well, you never know. And I've heard it's quite expensive. And so maybe.
And you got to be careful on who you're going to, because a lot of people will water down the Botox and charge you just as much.
Oh, well, I mean, I haven't done it yet. I need my GoFundMe page started first because my husband is not going to pay for that. And I'm not going to pay for that.
Well, I
So,
went
you
ahead.
just never know.
I spent a lot of time learning
Thank you, Amy. I'm just
about
teasing.
cosmetic type of medicine,
Hmm.
and I never practiced it. I wanted to, but getting into the field is harder than a lot of other fields.
Hmm.
But I did Botox. I was the best in the class, and
Tiger does Botox, and here we're talking metals. Are you kidding me?
well, it's really hard to get into the field. You know, went my friend from high school or some college.
Yeah, can lead to
He
dementia.
funded me to go to the class, and I paid him back. But he funded me to go to the class,
Thank
and
you, guys.
the teachers are like, "Oh my God, you're really good with your hands." And I went ahead and got through the program, but trying to get into the field, especially unfortunately in Charleston, West Virginia,
Hmm.
was a nightmare.
Mm.
I wifey and we pounded the pavement trying to get things set up to start a clinic.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
horrible. It was absolutely horrid.
Well, there's a lot of money in it too.
Yeah.
I don't need butt injections. Well, just a girl's got to think ahead. So I was thinking, 46th birthday, I will start my GoFundMe page.
Well, I will tell you one thing else about Botox, an accidental find, because wifey wanted it done, and we went to a colleague.
So nickel, I'd like me way up here. Your chat is way up here in cool points with me. For real.
Yeah, I agree with him.
And I couldn't never do Botox anyways, because then I would lose all my animation. And I think it would be a lot of my personality.
It
I would
depends
lose
how
a lot
much
of my
they give
personality
you.
if I couldn't move my face.
If they give you the right concentration and in the right doses, you won't lose all of it. You'll just lose enough that you won't show the wrinkles.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to lose
Okay.
all of it if I don't.
But the thing is that one of the things I learned personally
Mhm.
about Botox is that it got rid of my migraines.
Oh, yep. I have heard that, but you're not going to be getting it for wrinkles when you're doing, migraines.
No, I did it because of the wrinkles, because the wifey wanted me to get it done.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden it's like, wait a second. I've gone
Yeah,
a
it takes
week
care of
without a
migraines. Yeah.
migraine. It was amazing. I couldn't care less about the wrinkles by that point. Just let me get rid of the migraines, and I was all over it.
Yeah. I could not do lip injections either because then I mean, can you imagine? I wouldn't be able to talk if I did. But
Well, no offense intended, princess. Your lips, your hair, your facial structure, your body structure, your lips are a good match for you.
well, thank you. But I mean, seriously,
Why mess with perfection?
I wouldn't do the lip because I mean, no, that's a trait from my French side of the family.
Ellie,
Mixed
that would
hands,
be
I
a
don't.
long explain that.
Yeah, but the hair too, I have to say, came from the French side. Very thick.
Nickel, it's hard to find the wrinkles on tigers because of the stripes.
Oh, I got wrinkles. I do. Look, you could really, and that's what they say is that your neck will age faster than your face because we do
That's
take
true.
care of our face a lot more than we do our necks at times. And you can see it's starting to age.
UFO, what do you mean no hands? But no, you can't tell wrinkles on a tiger as much because the stripes hide it a lot.
I miss that tiger. Where do you put the Botox for your migraines? In around, I think around this area, right?
It depends on the person, but it's mostly the forehead area. Um, and there's specific locations that work better than others. And, you
Hi,
know,
Walking Dead.
but like I said, it's been a few years since I took the course. I'd have to take the course again just to get myself refreshened up, but I can't seem to
Nickel,
find I can't seem to find a place that would allow me to get in and start getting affiliated with them. So I quit taking the classes because there was
Yes, they
no
do.
need.
Ellie, yep. They do for that as well. 23 years old. I'm telling you, Nicole. Telling you. My sister is the pretty one. I mean, and I'm going to see her Monday. I won't be here Tuesday on my show. That's why we're going to be doing it tomorrow, because I'll be visiting with my sister. And yeah, she's the pretty one and I was the smart one. No joke. Still.
You're going to have to prove that one day, because,
I'm
girl,
telling
you
you,
kill it.
I'm telling you right now, she is the looker of the family.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
he's trying to get some bonus points with me because he wants to see my sister. That's what it is. Yes.
I can understand that. I'd be afraid if she's that good looking. I'd be afraid for my wife to see that I saw your sister, because then she's, oh my goodness, that little Ukrainian girl is so jealous, and it's really funny because she's way more attractive than I am.
Okay, so Frosty just said I'm freezing.
Yes,
and I
she
am
did.
freezing literally, and probably I'm freezing
Yeah,
here.
we need to let you go upstairs with your family and get in front of a fireplace or whatever it is that you have.
I'm gonna go upstairs and eat some strawberries, but just as soon as I hit the upstairs, the heat will be on. Hi, long-lived coins, but thank you for
Hello,
letting me
love
join you
coins.
tonight. I hope we didn't bore everybody or me, but
I had a good time. How
I
about
did too. I
everybody?
always do.
Yeah,
And the
you're
chat was great.
you're a scream. You're like the one of the best friends in the world to ever have.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, I don't take things too seriously, and that helps keep you young too.
It's true.
Don't
It's
take
true.
yourself seriously.
So
I need some tiger hands, Tiger,
well,
because I'm gonna be or magic hands, because I'm gonna disappear in a second. Bye. Thank you, Tiger. Bye,
thank
chat.
you, Nick. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Let's get her nice and warmed up. Get her back to hubby and fireplace and coffee and all that stuff.
Yeah, Nick.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. I had a good time with all of you. We need to do this again pretty soon. So, if no one has subscribed to Nick's Coins, please do. She deserves every bit of it. Nickel, here we go with you and the darn gloves again. Why in the world do you always give me a hard time about my gloves? I told you. You want to see my gloves, Nickel? You want to see my glove? Is that what you're telling me? You have to see my gloves. Nickel, I'm waiting for an answer. Do you have to see my gloves? Before I go, give me an answer. I guess he doesn't want to see my gloves. Before I go, put it in one of the chest if you want to see the gloves. Okay, here you go. All right, there's my glove. So thank you, everyone, for coming. And God go with you. Have a nice night, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend. Okay? Oh, yeah, I'm a Shriner too. So good night, everyone. Thank you for everything. God bless. Oh, that's not cool. All right, I'm better now. Tiger Stacker is out. Night, everyone.